Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to another MAMJ Let's Play of Virtue's Last Reward. When we left off, we did the freaking pantry, and good lord, that sucked. But anyways, right now we're about to go into the AB room, and we need to choose whether or not to ally or betray Clover. I think we have enough time to do both. But I'm going to choose ally first, because I feel like that's the good thing to do. That's what we told her we were going to do, and we're probably going to get shut out really quick. But I'm curious to see what happens if we choose the trustworthy side first. If she does, then all I have to do is choose betray and I'm out of here. No, I promised I'd choose ally, so that's what I'm gonna do. But Dio's almost certainly gonna have 9 BP after this round. If he gets out, I'm gonna be stuck here forever. Oh god. What the hell am I supposed to do? I said I'm going to choose ally, that's what I'm going to do first. I'm always trusting before, even though everybody else could get 9 points and they may leave us behind. I want to see what happens if we choose ally. I just hope Clover doesn't betray me. That's all I ask, is that Clover doesn't betray me. I don't care about anybody else. Here we go. Fi's gonna be mad. She's not gonna like this choice at all. The door ground open and I stepped out. All around me, other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants. Mate! Dio! Fi's voice echoed hollowly across the room. I followed her eyes to the number 9 door. He's not even waiting for the results! And to Dio. Are you serious? Dio. So he's going for it. I broke into a run, hoping foolishly that I might be able to catch him. Wow, Dio is such a jerk. Masaka, Qの扉を開ける気か? やはりこうなりましたか。どういうこと? まだ結果も見てないのに。He doesn't care. It took only seconds for Tenmyoji and Kei to explain the math to her. そんな。結果は以上のように確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。The announcer's voice hadn't faded when Dio reached the door. With a grunt, he swung the lever down. He's totally just opening it. Oh, Dio. I really don't like you. Yoshi! 開いたぜ! ちょっと待ちなさいよ! 今さら止めても意味がありません. Yeah, there's no point now. He already opened it. 開いてしまったのですが。でも We've got 9 seconds. Dio leapt through the door without so much as a backward glance. Fi paused in front of it, then turned to look at me. Sigma, お前の BP はどうなったんだ? I chose ally. I made a promise. Clover trusted me. Sigma. そうか。わかった。残念だが仕方がない。お前は悔いのない選択をしたかったのだろう。Exactly. ならば私も悔いのない行動を取らせてもらうまで。Bye. じゃあな、シグマ。Fi turned, her eyes sad, and followed Dio through the door. And there it goes. Our only shot at hope. Gone. It's closed, yes. So now what? I mean, there's not really much else we can do,
これ
but
でわしらが自力で脱出する方法はなくなったわけか。
あとは助けが来るのを待つしかありませんね。
シグマ、ありがとう。協力を選んでくれて。
you're welcome. I screwed myself over, but you're welcome. Yeah. Well, a promise is a promise, right?
ところで、あの老婆とルナさん、アリスさん、この3人を殺した犯人は誰だったのでしょう。
脱出した2人のうちのいずれかか。
Or maybe one of us.
もう一人いるよ。
Oh yeah?
ああ、そうじゃ。クオーク。クオークを探さねば。
He forgot about Quark. Suddenly, full of energy, Tenmyoji leapt up and took off for one of the warehouse's exits. That left only myself, Clover, and Kay. We stared at the number 9 door in silence. It would never open again. What else could we do but stare? That's it, huh? Well, I should have figured that was gonna happen. Ah, man, Dio does not hesitate. So what happens if I choose Betray? Do I get to go out with him? I wonder. I don't know what's gonna happen, because that's all I can really do now is to choose Betray, and then everything else. Oh, I just saved over the same slot twice. My bad. Everything else is gonna be Alice, I think. Okay, so let's go back to here. And yes, I wish to jump. Yeah, we'll choose Betray because the Betray section seems a little bit longer than the Ally one on the flowchart. So that might be promising, but I don't know. We haven't made it outside. So I don't know what's gonna happen. All right, let's try it. Let's find out. Why theorize when you can find out for yourself firsthand? Sorry, Clover. If it makes any consolation to anything, I chose Ally first.
終了。結果は倉庫内のディスプレイに表示されます。お疲れ様でした。アンビデ
You're
ックス
welcome. Let's do this. The door ground open, and I stepped out. All around me, the other AB rooms were disgorging their occupants. So that's all the same.
Dio!
Yep, there he goes. There he goes. Oh my god, what a jerk. Okay, is this all the same? Maybe? No? Dio, no. I shook my head. I had to get to that door.
Dio! 何をするつもり？
まさか9の扉を開ける気か。
Sorry, this is very deja vu since we just did it.
ああ、そうとも。
だけど結果発表はまだ。
そんなもん見るまでもないさ。
なるほど。ディオさんの現在の BP は6。その対戦相手であるルナさんは
Yep.
あのようなこと。したがってルナさんの投票先は自動的に強力に設定され、
ディオが裏切りを選べば
BP に3点足されて9点に。
ま、そういうこった。
でも待って、リオのペアはファイだったはずだけど。
ファイさんの BP もディオさんと同じく6。
Yep, they can both leave.
いや、もはや6というよりは9というべきかもしれません。
その通り。私の BP も9になることはすでに確定している。
なぜじゃファイ。どうしてディオが裏切りを選ぶのを止めなかった？
勘違いすんな。俺が勝手に裏切りを選んだわけじゃない。2人合意の上で今回の投票先を決めたんだよ。
ファイ、本当か？
ああ、やむを得なかったんだ。
やむを得ないって、そのせいでルナの BP はマイナス1に。
Well, I don't think that matters. She's already dead.
だからなんだっていうんだ。ルナはすでにあの世に行っちまってるんだぜ。 今さら毒薬を注入されたところでどうってことはない。というかそもそもバングルは外れてるしな。
ではファイさんはどうして先ほどディオさんを引き止めようとしたのです？ディオさんはこの9の扉に向かっている時待てと大声を上げましたよね。
もしやこの場にとどまるつもりなのか。ひとまずリスクを減らすために BP を9にしておいたというだけで。
いや、悪いを引き止めたのはもう一人の結果を確かめたかったからだ。
That's me. Hi.
もう一人。
それはもしかして。
アンビデックスゲーム
It's a lot more dramatic with me choosing betray.
を発表します。一度画面にご注目ください。
Sorry, Clover. Oh, what if she chose betray? Oh, that would have put me at 0. Yep. Or not 0, but I would have gained nothing.
結果は以上の
Sorry, Clover, I really am.
確定しました。各自バングルの数字をご確認ください。
She's gonna hate me. There's not really much she can do about it right now.
そんな嘘、裏切ったんだね、シグマ。どうして？
What other choice did I have?
何が仕方がなかったよ。嘘つき、卑怯者。結局他人のことなんかどうでもいいんだ。自分さえ脱出できればそれでいいでしょ。最低。
Wait a minute. Just listen to me for a second. Whatever I did, Dio and Phi were gonna get 9 BP. The door would have opened whether I had 9 points or not.
だから何よ。取り残されるのが嫌で裏切りを選んだってわけ？
Okay, for a second though, you've left me behind countless times. No, that's not it. How could we know if they would get help once they escaped? I can trust Phi, but Dio is different. I didn't know what Dio might do to Phi after they went through the door. What if he turned out to be Zero Senior? So, I figured that if they were going to escape anyway, I should go with them and make sure that they...
そんな言い訳通用すると思ってるの？嘘つき、嘘つき。シグマだってディオと同じじゃない。この裏切り者。もういいよ。もういい。信じた私が。
I feel super bad right now. And I chose Ally first. Clover, I heard a clang and turned. Dio's just like, eh, whatever, I'm leaving. You guys can talk about it later. See ya, goodbye forever.
悪いな。さっさと開かせてもらった。
Yeah, I figured.
くだらん三文芝居に付き合ってる暇はないんでね。
ディオ、
ディオさん。
さあ行くぞ。ファイ、シグマ。おいどうした？この後に及んで何を尻込みする必要がある？お前らはもう越えてはならない一線を越えちまったんだ。仲間を裏切った。そうだろ。それは理性を持たない獣の所業に等しい。だが獣には獣なりの道理がある。それはそれで一つの正義だ。
Animal logic?
お前らはその道を選んだ。もう後戻りはできない。だったら獣なら獣らしく堂々と振る舞え。
Why the animal references?
敗者を弱者どもを切り捨てるんだ。
I wish I could just push you back through the 9 door after I pass it.
それがこの世界の摂理であり、本来自然界を生きる獣の掟というものだ。分かったか？分かったらさっさと。
した。9の扉。
Are we really gonna be able to pass through it?
残り9秒です。
ま、とどまるならとどまるで好きにすればいい。とにかく俺は行くからな。あばよ。
待て、待たんかディオ。
Tenmyoji leapt forward. Dio faked left, then dashed right, slipping around Tenmyoji and through the door.
3、0。
Sorry, I went from 3 to 0. Oh, there it goes. We gotta go through. Come on.
行くぞシグマ。
But
うるさい。いいから私の言った通りにするんだ。
I looked at her, slightly confused. But before I could respond, her hand closed around my arm like a vice, and she hauled me bodily through the open door. Oh, we get to see from the other side! This is exciting! This is different. We actually made it! We didn't get freaking poisoned and held down and everything. Well, bye everybody. I'm sorry, but you guys have all gone through that door. Well, unless you've been killed several times. But other than that,
の
yes.
扉を閉鎖しました。これにてノナリーゲームは終了となります。お疲れ様でした。
シグマ、ファイ、ディオ、開けろ。
How?
ここを開けるんじゃ。
Tenmyoji's voice was muffled by the thick steel, but I could still hear his desperation and anger. I tried to ignore it. Oh, we're going up. Okay. Do we get to see the outside world? Is it destroyed and decayed and people are freaking suiciding all over the place because of the virus? I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. This is interesting. I'm really curious to see what's out there. I just wish I could push Dio off the elevator. I just want to do something with him. You know, he's a big fat jerk. This top hat. Ugh. I'm so glad I only had to team up with him once.
Ush. 着いたみたいだぞ。
扉の向こうは通路か。
とにかく行ってみようぜ。
Did our bracelets fall off? Just as Fi had guessed, on the other side of the door was a wide hallway. Unfortunately, it seemed to stop in a dead end. It took only a second to find a familiar-looking door on the left side of the hallway. We opened it and stepped inside. Wait, what? Oh.
減圧準備室だな。
私、ディオ、ルナの3人で探索した場所だ。
Yeah, we've been here. Well, this is probably just another one that looks like it. You really think you would have been able to get something, get to something like this on the other side of the number 9 door?
待て、お前も B 階の減圧室のこと知ってるのか？
Yeah. I visited with Tenmyoji when we were looking for quartz.
そうか。
ではこの施設内の気圧が外よりもかなり高く設定されているということも。なんだ？
What?
そのことは知らないのか？
What are you talking about?
どういうことも何も今言った通りだよ。この施設の中の気圧は外よりも高くなっている。そうすることによってウイルスを含んだ下界の空気を内部に侵入させないようにしているらしい。したがって外に出るにはその前に外の気圧と同じになるまで減圧を行う必要があるみたいで、ここはそのための準備室なんだよ。ほら、壁にずらりと防護服が並んでるだろう。あれはウイルスの感染を防ぐためのもので、あれを着て下の階にある減圧室に入らないと外には出られないんだとさ。
How do you know all that?
ルナから聞いたんだ。
Really? Wait, why did Luna know all that?
室内に置いてあったマニュアルにそう書いてあったらしい。
Whoa, wait. Go back. You said there's some kind of mysterious virus out there?
得体は知れてるだろう。アリスが話してた例のラジカル6だよ。多分な。
That sounds bad.
とにかくここまで来た以上後戻りはできない。防護服を着て外に出てみよう。
異論はない。賛成だ。
We climbed into the protective suits in silence, then headed down to the pressure exchange chamber. Is it the same one? I don't think it is. This one doesn't look like it's welded shut. With a quiet hum, the process began. I could hear the soft hiss of air leaving even through my helmet. There was nothing to do until it finished, but wait. Then, out of nowhere, Dio spoke up.
しかし、こんなにも簡単に目的が達成できるとは思わなかったぜ。
It took me a moment to realize his voice was coming from the speaker in my helmet. Apparently, the radio was designed to activate automatically. You mean getting out of here?
いや、そんなスケールの小さな話じゃねえよ。そうだ。お前らにだけは教えてやろう。
Oh.
俺の正体。
Sure.
正体？
実はな、俺の正体は正義の味方なんだ。
No. No.
人類を救うために遥か彼方の星からやってきた正義のヒーロー。
Can I really just lock him in here? Please?
なんだ、驚きすぎて言葉も出ねえか。
Dio. I think maybe you should calm down a bit.
脱出を目前にして舞い上がっているのはわかるが。
まあ、所詮お前らみたいな愚民どもには理解できんだろうな。
We were still going back and forth when the quiet hiss of the air escaping slowed and stopped. A door at the end of the room slowly ground open. Oh, I'm so nervous and curious. We walked through to find ourselves in a nearly identical room. After 2 more decompressions, the last door finally opened. That's a lot of decompression. I stepped outside and gasped. A dark landscape like none other I'd ever seen lay spread out before me. I couldn't help but stare. What the hell?
砂漠だな。
I can see that. The question is which
場
desert?
所はわからん。だが、今がいつなのかなら。
Huh?
見ろ。月が真っ赤に染まっているだろう。あれはおそらく皆既月食によるものだ。
Oh, yeah. I remember you talking about that in the lounge.
皆既月食とは、満月が地球の影にすっぽりと覆われた時に観測される現象。だがその時の月は暗闇の中に飲み込まれてしまうわけではない。赤銅色に染まって見えるのが普通だ。これは地球の大気を通過した太陽光が月面に入るためで、簡単に言うと夕焼けの光が月面に投影されることによって、
That's pretty
赤く色づいて見えるんだ。ところでシグマ、次の皆既月食がいつ起こるか覚えてるか？
Yeah, December 31st this year, so New Year's Eve. That's what the magazine said, at least.
つまりそういうことだよ。
So today's December 31st. Wait, if I got grabbed Crystal this morning, then that means I've been here 6 days?
そうらしい。とにかく一番近くにある町に向かおう。
Okay. Okay, and where would that be?
どこかにはあるだろう。ここがネバダ砂漠だろうと、サハラ砂漠だろうと、ゴビ砂漠だろうと。ただ それよりも心配なのは
What are you worried about?
いや、やめておこう。
Oh, come on. Tell me. I'm curious now. Impossible as it might seem, I could have sworn I heard her frown.
心配なのは人が生きてるかどうかだ。
Fun.
もしかしたらウイルスのせいで。
Are you saying humankind might be extinct? What the hell? No way. That's impossible. A whole species can't just die out in 6 days. That's...
私だってそうではないことを祈ってるさ。
Oh, that's all you're gonna say?
さあ、いいから行こう。施設にはまだクオークを含めて4人の人間が残っている。あいつらを救出するためにも我々は先に進まなければ。
Okay. I turned to take a step. There was a rough crackle over the radio, and the sound of someone falling. I turned back around to see Phi on the ground. Hey! Are you alright? What happened? I ran over and helped lift her back up. She fumbled for a second, then clambered to her feet.
ここはどこだ？
What? Her voice was low and rough. Huh?
そうか。わかったぞ。おそらくここはあの歴史の。
This timeline? Timeline? She didn't respond. I was about to begin a more irate line of questioning when she suddenly grabbed me by the shoulders.
おい、ディオはどこだ？
Dio? Oh, yeah. I haven't seen him since we got out. I'm sure he was with us when we left.
手分けして探すぞ。
Why?
奴から聞き出さなければならないことがあるからだ。分かってるだろ？
What?
もしかして忘れてしまったのか？いや、違うのか。
What is happening?
そもそも飛んできてないんだな。ここには。
Okay, am I playing Steins Gate? Because I feel like I'm playing Steins Gate right now. She wasn't making any sense.
あ、くそ。もういい。とにかくディオを見つけるんだ。私あっちの丘の方を探してみるから、お前は向こうを頼む。
Okay. But she'd already taken off without waiting for my answer. I watched her for a few moments, confused, before turning and heading off to look for Dio myself. He can probably hear you in the headset while you're talking, too. Don't see him anywhere. Where the hell did that guy go? Could you not look for footprints in the sand? Just saying, if there's only 3 of you and humankind's been wiped out, there's probably a good chance that there's footprints in the sand. I was looking around, trying to decide where to go next, when I heard them. The signal must have degraded, but I could still make out a few words.
おい、こんなとこって何しているんだ？ディオ。
Okay, so she said, "What are you doing here, Dio?" The voices are cutting in and out, but I heard that last word clear as day. Dio. Sounded like Phi had found him. I spun around and took off in her direction.
通信機か。
Transmitter?
なるほど。本当にいるんだな。
What? Phone home?
ソウルのと。
Huh?
お前それを
お前のことなら知ってるさ。お前がドールズのだってこともな。
The transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
なあディオ。そんなことよりも一つ聞きたいことがあるんだ。00の解除用パスワードは何だ？
Number 0?
お前は一体何者なんだ？
あなたの生ものだ。
こ
よくそんなくだらん冗談が言えるな。
いいか教えろ。00の解除用パスワードなんだ。
It's getting closer, so we can hear them better.
おい、貴様。何をして。
What?
やめろ。
Uh-oh. That didn't sound good. I sped up and quickly crested the hill in front of me. There they were. Whoa! Stop! I went down the hill as fast as I could, half running, half sliding. With the suits on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. I clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure I'd slammed against laid on the ground next to the other one. I moved over to peer through the visor. Dio. His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. How hard did you tackle him, dude? My tackle must have knocked him out. Seriously.
ありがとうシグマ。助かったよ。
No sweat. What's this transmitter you were talking about?
聞こえてたのか。
Yeah.
それだよ。そこに転がってるアタッシュケースみたいなもの。ディオはそれを使って外部と連絡を。
Where the hell did he get it?
多分その辺に隠してあったんだろう。
Wait, hidden? Are you saying Dio's been here before?
ああ、多分な。最初にここに来てこの通信機を隠してから施設の中に潜り込んだのだと思う。
Snuck in. I wasn't quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There was a screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked, well, like nothing. What the heck is this? 78153 61098 83809 42419 90551. Is that some kind of phone number?
にしては長すぎるだろ。
Yeah, seriously.
25桁もあるんだぞ。
What is it then?
わからん。おそらく何かの暗号だとは思うが、解読するためのキーが見当たらないからな。
I heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. It took me a moment to realize it was a voice. Dio's voice. What's so funny?
いや、あまりにも見当外れなことを言ってるもんでついな。解読するためのキーが見当たらないだって。お前ら一体どこに目をつけてるんだ。キーだったらすぐ目の前にあるだろう。
What? What?
そこに打ち込まれた25桁の数列、それ自体がキーなんだよ。要するに暗号化されたメッセージは別の場所にあって、そいつはそれを解くための鍵になってるってことだ。
Okay, so alphabet's 26 letters. It's a pretty good chance it could be alphabetical. None of what he was saying made any sense to me. Dio, what's going on here? Who were you trying to call with this thing?
お前は知らんのか。そこのガキは何もかも知ってるみたいだったが。まあいい。教えてやろう。任務は無事に完了したし、今さら正体を明かしたところでどうということはあるね。それにどっちにしろファイがいずれはお前に話すことになるんだろうしな。だったら俺の口から聞かせてやるよ。
Sure, that'd be wonderful. I'll go for that. Dio shifted to put his hands behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. He's just chilling on the ground. You better watch out for that rock that's right near him, though. Oh. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons? You've probably never heard of it, have not. But there might be a few people out there who've heard of Free the Soul. If you haven't, well, it's a sacred religious order with over 1 million true believers. The Myrmidons, I'm guessing that's how you say it, Myrmidons? I don't know, are the hand of Free the Soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world, Free the Soul promises. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Then again, from their point of view, I suppose we might be. We're trying to tear down the corrupt world they've built, after all. But when the sun dawns for the first time on our new world, we'll be hailed as saints, holy messengers who cleanse the filth from a dying planet. Well, only a handful of people will really become saints. Not even all the Myrmidons will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised with the teachings of Free the Soul from birth. Then, you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. Returning from this mission would secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who founded our order many years ago. His teachings are too profound for ordinary people to understand, but you could say that the core ideas of his doctrine are to separate oneself from worldliness, to destroy greed, and to divorce the soul from the body to cleanse it. Those who follow his teachings will discipline and devotion will be reborn as the new form of human. Only this new species will be able to live in equality, in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father, and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Left. They named a child Left? Seriously? They say Brother had a special power, and that he was able to touch the thoughts of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a cursory investigation and quickly ruled his death a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually, he received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupted by greed. They had to be purified, and a new world created. God had given Brother his mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth, and at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning, so that he could create the new species he'd foretold. He invited, to assist him, a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States, and a year later, the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation. Our DNA comes from Left, Brother's younger brother. That's a weird sentence. That means that we all share a face. And we are all given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird, but individuality seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race or even individuality. With cloning, you don't even need different genders. How could you get a more equal than that? Still, there's a little random deviation and other factors that can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, so I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. In all my life, I've only ever once been punished for breaking our laws. It had to do with women. I had come in contact with someone unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even if I was punished harshly and purified my soul, my dishonor remained. I wanted to prove my loyalty to Brother, so I was determined to be successful in this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation of Brother's new world. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose, for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is.
我が父よ、兄よ、ブラザーよ。
So is he the one that Gollum was talking about?
私はついに聖なる任務を成し遂げました。人類をこの手で救ったのです。それもあなたのご加護があったからこそ、心から感謝いたします。
His voice had taken on an almost reverent tone, and as he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd sign over his chest. Fi shoved his hands away.
ふざけるなよ、ディオ。お前のせいで私たちは。
She grabbed the rock he'd held over her only minutes ago and lifted it over her head. Fi? What are you?
いいからお前は黙ってろ。ディオ、さっきの続きだ。もう一度聞く。爆弾00の解除用パスワードは何だ？
Number 0 bomb. Bomb?
うるさい。黙ってろと言っただろ。さあ、教えるんだ。00のパスワードを。
She swung the rock down toward Dio's head.
待てよ。わかったよ。わかった。だがそんなもん聞いてどうするんだ。俺の任務は無事に完了した。
We don't care, Dio. Just tell us.
それを知ったところで今さら何の意味もないと思うが。
つべこべ言わずにさっさと教えろ。さもないと。
See, they're almost treating it like, I don't know, I don't think they're in space, but at the same time, they're freaking out over the rock. Like, you can't really kill somebody with that unless you shatter the face part and like the atmosphere kills you. You know, unless it's the virus, which would make more sense. Because I'm guessing they're on Earth. Otherwise, like, it would have felt weird for them to like run and anything like that. So, I'm 90% sure they're on planet Earth, and it's just a lunar eclipse and they're in the desert. But what I don't get is like, why are they still wearing the suits and what's going on?
いいだろう。教えてやる。00の解除用パスワードは LXAQNSGDQ だ。
Fi tossed the rock off to the side.
シグマ、聞いたか？
Huh?
今のパスワードだよ。私もなるべく覚えているようにするが、こればかりは飛んでみないことには何とも言えない。もしかしたらすっかりと忘れてしまっているかも。
What?
だから念のため、お前もよく覚えておくんだ。いいな。
I had absolutely no idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. With that in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them. He's really good at memorizing stuff, like the save codes. Once he sees it, he's good. So, I wonder why, though. LXA, QNS, GDQ. LXA, QNS, GDQ.
とりあえず用は済んだ。行こう。
Go where?
それはこいつが知ってるだろう。さあ立て。
Fi grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm and petulantly began to walk. Is there a city near here?
ああ、町というよりはシェルターに近いけどな。例の災害を逃れた人々がそこで暮らしてる。
Disaster? What disaster?
いいから黙ってついてこい。行けばわかる。
I looked up. It must have been a clear night, because there were more stars than I'd ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. And in the middle of that field of stars shone the full moon. A giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Is it gonna end? It's gonna end! Are you kidding me? Oh, man. That's it for that one? That sucks. Dio end. Okay, I mean, that makes sense, but where are they going? Does it matter? Probably not, but I still want to know. Okay, well, I'm kind of at an awkward spot because, like, all that's left is to do Alice's story, right? All the things that we could possibly unlock are unlocked. You know what? I know this is going to be a little bit of a shorter episode. It's not quite an hour long, but I'll go ahead and leave this episode here because that way we will start Alice's story on a brand new episode. And if you guys have any tips or anything that I should do, because I've heard that I was supposed to save this for last. So if I need to, let me just tell you, I'm most likely going to ally as often as possible unless something crazy happens. But I'll probably ally, but if you guys tell me no, do this first or go this way first, I will do that. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. But since the past 2 episodes have been about an hour and a half long, maybe the short episode to give people time to get caught up, and it'll give you guys a chance to kind of just understand everything that's going on, because I have no idea what's happening. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to have the short episode here. I'm sorry if you guys were looking for a super long episode, but I promise you next time we'll go full force and we will continue the story in the next episode. So for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next MAMJ. Okay. So, why'd you choose Betray?
それはお互い様じゃろう。じゃが、今は言い争いをしている場合ではなさそうじゃな。見ろ、四つ葉が9の扉の前に立っておる。
What? Oh no. Is she gonna leave us again? Yep. Bye, Clover. It makes sense. She was gonna do it in either outcome, so why wouldn't she, you know?